Good morning, Abundant Life Church. This is Pastor Chris. Today we're going to start a new study on John chapter 15, verses 1 down through 11. Now, I always film these on a Monday, and I know, you watch them on a Tuesday or Thursday. And as I've told you many times before, I film these weeks in advance, so I have no idea when you're actually watching this. But today is Monday, May the 25th. Now, yesterday in church, Scott O'Neill gave the announcements. And he had told me beforehand, listen, I'm going to ask you a question during the announcements. Just say yes. That's all you have to do. Just say yes. Okay. And after the service, he came to me and said, "You're not really great at following instructions, are you?" I said, "What are you talking about?" You were supposed to say yes to the question I asked you. And I said, "Did you ask me a question?" He says, "Yeah, you're not good at following instructions." And I'm not. I guess I had said no to the question. I don't remember it, but yeah. Following instructions. It takes focus. It takes paying attention. This passage we're going to see today is an easy passage. Jesus uses a metaphor. It's really not a set of instructions so much, but it is something that we have to pay attention to. But it's easy. You're very familiar with this metaphor. Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are," you know this, "you're the branches." And the problem isn't trying to figure out what Jesus means by that. That's easy. The real question is, okay, why aren't we doing what the metaphor says we're supposed to be doing? If what he says here is so simple to understand, then why does it seem like such a problem for so many of us Christians to actually do it? No, again, no one has trouble understanding what he meant by the vine and the branches. It's a simple metaphor. It's about staying focused in Jesus. Over and over in the Old Testament, Israel is pictured as the vine of God. So this was a very familiar metaphor to them. They knew this and they knew what it meant. It meant you have to stay connected with God. You have to stay tapped into him. So let's start by looking at verses 1 through 6 here. "I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself, it must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned." Again, what Jesus is saying here is not hard to get. He says it over and over. Every detail here is about us growing in our faith. Vines need care, they need lots of tending. The ground has to be cleaned. You got to clear all the weeds and all the debris, all that away so the vine has a clean place to grow. You don't let a brand new vine have fruit for the first 3 years. Why? It has to grow. Vines had two kinds of branches too, ones that had fruit and ones that didn't. And the branches without fruit were pruned off so they wouldn't drain away, they wouldn't drain the resources, the water, whatnot, from the good branches. Wood from a fruitless vine, though, well, what do you do with it? It's too soft to use for anything except maybe kindling. They were burned up. These are all, as I said, metaphors about growing in faith in Jesus. Is it hard to figure out what he's telling them? No. He's telling these guys, I want you to serve. I want you to be the kind of branches that have fruit. If not, I'm going to have to prune you. Now, being pruned means you're going to go through difficult times. But those difficult times are going to teach you to be strong so that you'll start bearing fruit for me. But in order for this to happen, you've got to stay close. But as simple as this sounds, people mess it up. There's the potential to take his meaning straight off track. Look at verses 7 and 8 here. Verse 7 says, my phone didn't turn off. That's some kind of a miracle. If you remain in me and my words in you, ask whatever you want and it'll be done for you. This is my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourself to be my disciples. If you stay with me, ask my Father for whatever you want, he'll give it to you. All right. Sounds pretty good, huh? Just stay faithful to Jesus and all of our prayers come true no matter what they are. That's what he's saying, right? You see what I mean about how quickly we went right off track? People take those verses and say, God's going to give us whatever we want. That's not what he's saying. We're already wrong. It didn't take long to go off track in this passage, did it? This is not the prosperity gospel. Jesus wasn't promising to be Santa Claus here. What he was saying was, you're going to be bearing fruit for me. You're going to be carrying on my work. By the way, this is the context every time Jesus says, ask God for whatever you want. You're going to be working for me. And in order to work for me, in order to bear fruit, in order to build my kingdom that I need you doing, in order to do that, you're going to need help. Ask God for help, and God will be with you. He will encourage you. He will help you. He will open opportunities as you're building the kingdom. Pray, and I'll give you that help. This has nothing to do with Jesus granting wishes for us. If you go to the hospital and you're in the hospital and the nurse comes in and says, let me know if you need anything. And you say, well, I'm behind on my car payments. I need some help there. That's not what she was talking about. Let me know if you need anything always refers to the context. In that context, it was if you need anything related to your hospital visit. Jesus is saying, let me know if you need anything. Well, hey, I'd like a Ferrari. That's not what he's asking. None of this is hard. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get off course. But none of this is hard if we remember the context. It's the Last Supper. Jesus is going to be leaving these guys very quickly. And he wants them to carry on the work. And he needs this clear metaphor to explain it. Think of yourself as branches. Think of me as the vine. You have to stay connected to me. That's so easy to get. So why don't we get it? Why do we always get distracted? It should be easy for the church to know what Jesus' agenda is and follow it, but we always get distracted. Why is that? I think I know why. Tune in next time and you'll find out too. Till then, have a great day.